Hannah Bardell, the SNP, opposed Brexit, obviously, so would you support a second vote?
Well, we've said very clearly, and we put in our manifesto in the 2016 Scottish elections, that if Scotland was taken out of the EU against its will, we would seek to give people in Scotland a choice between a hard Tory Brexit and a choice between Scotland remaining in the single market. And the proposal we put forward reflected both the vote that took place in 2014 and the way people in Scotland voted by a majority. But we've just seen, I think, a very moving piece by Stephen Jardine and Brendan Cox. And I think that in everything that's happening at the moment, it's really important to take a moment and reflect on where we are. I actually sat alongside Jo Cox in the House of Commons, and I took part in the tug of war with her. I didn't know her well, but I was fortunate to take part in the single in the choir before Christmas. And I think we owe it to her memory, to her family's memory, and to the work that she did to say, where we can find common cause. I was looking at the manifestos of the various parties today before I came on, and we will disagree on many things, but there will be things that we can agree on and that we can work together on. And you don't always have to be in a formal coalition. The SNP went into a minority administration in 2007, and it was able to work with other parties to work together. And I think people out there in the public want to see that. They understand there will be disagreements and differences of opinion, but it's about having a respectful disagreement.
But absolutely,
and being able to
but Hannah,
walk away.
the question I was putting to you is, when we have a Brexit deal, would it make sense to have a second vote on that and to give people a vote on the actual outcome of Brexit?
Well, that doesn't respect, for me, the way people voted in Scotland. And I think what's very, very important is that Scotland's place in the single market is protected, and that is very much what we have proposed, and that is what we will continue to stand up for at Westminster. And we have a general election upon us, and we have, unfortunately, a government that doesn't seem to have very much idea, doesn't have a plan going into Brexit. It didn't put forward a proper prospectus, and we know already that it has no plan if there is if there is no deal, and that is a terrifying prospect. So that is why the SNP has sought to protect Scotland's place, and Nicola Sturgeon has said very clearly that if we win this election in Scotland, that will be about a mandate to have a place at the table.
Thank you all so much for joining us. That's Election Reporting Scotland.